Appreciate it, appreciate it.
This is the Chairman's Corner, a vantage point for gaining perspective. On this show, we will be having conversations with people who deliberately shape their worlds. Success is rarely by accident. So, we seek to see how the hand of fate has created these exceptional individuals. So who are the people mapping the way to become the players in the game of life? The disruptors and the trailblazers. From the Chairman's Corner, let's ask some questions. Welcome to the Chairman's Corner. Today, I'm joined by Nicole Muchai, aka Colored Sugar. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So today, we're just going to get right into it. And I want you to tell me what an average day in your life is like.
Okay, that's a good question to start with.
Yeah.
I tend to wake up very early, most of my weekdays. So by 6, I'm up. I do yoga for like about 30 to 45 minutes. Take breakfast slowly, depending on how fast I need to be out of the house. So my days can be, I can either start with client fittings or meetings or just errands. So after that, errands can run for like hours and hours, and fittings as well. So
Okay.
I prefer to...
Let me just hold you a bit there.
Yeah.
So when you say fittings, errands, what is your actual like day-to-day business? Like what do you do?
So I'm a designer. I have this brand called Colored Sugar.
Okay.
We make customized looks for our clients.
What year did you start?
I began in uni, but then officially 2016.
2016.
Yeah.
So what, that's like 4 or 5 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this something that you always wanted to do? Like, would you say?
No, I just stumbled upon it.
Okay. What did you initially start doing? Like, when you're building your career, your life, what did you actually initially start doing?
I'm one of those guys. I never knew what I wanted to do initially. So I was just cruising through school, and I happened to join Nairobi Uni. I was studying project planning and management. So while I was at uni, for extra money, I would hustle and get clothes, sell clothes, then gradually did customized looks.
Would you say you've always been a creative person? Like I'm trying to imagine, like if you're a designer, like you must have had like some flair, like some style, or your friends ask you, oh, where'd you get that top? Where'd you get that dress? Like, did it come from somewhere?
Yes, I didn't know I had it. It was those ones for you get
Just
compliments
inside.
and there, and then I should be humble, but
I
yeah. So I didn't know that I had it in me. So it was just other people telling me, "Oh, you're good at this. You should do this."
Yeah, and then it kept on happening.
And then I happened to be from a family of creatives, so makeup artists, designers, different entrepreneurs who use their creativity in various ways. So for me, this is somewhat like an outlet that I think I needed, but I didn't know I needed.
Okay. If I've just met you, what is something that someone would be surprised about your life? Like just how you live your life day to day, if I've just met you.
Surprised?
Yeah. Like I would not expect Nicole to be ABC.
That I'm quirky, like I'm very... Okay, I look put together, but I have this run. I watch a lot of cartoon.
Yeah.
So I have
What is your favorite cartoon? Like, or the cartoon you're watching right now?
What am I watching? I don't have like a particular one right now, but last night I was watching Ice Age. So
I like that.
so just random things that I find. I don't have like a particular one, but I remember for some time I really liked Camp Laszlo.
Okay, that's an amazing show.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, you said you do design. Is what you're wearing right now like what you've worked on?
Yes, this is one of my designs.
Designed by the Nicole Muchai.
Yes, this is one of my designs. It was actually, it's under the category bestsellers for 2021. So it's one of
limited edition.
Yes. So we did it with various colors, but the green really stood out. So it's one of those, like, if you see someone wearing, you're like, you know where.
I know that one.
Yeah.
Do you work with a lot of designers? Like, I mean, how is your setup? Is it in-house? Do you do it yourself? Like, just walk me through the process.
So at the moment, I have only one employee who's a tailor. I have a main tailor who's at my shop, and then the others are outsourced. So, like I said, I started in 2016, but I didn't have the shop that I have right now. So I have an outsourced place in Kibera. So there's a bunch of women that I take
Like
my work
with.
to. Yeah, I work with. So I
And I'm
work
sure you
with them.
trust them, like you have a relationship.
Yes, they're the ones who started with me. So right now, since I needed one person to be there, I employed one person, and then I maintained the contract with
And then
the
you started
others.
like slowly building that network.
Yes.
Oh, I love
And
that.
different artisans, because we also do jewelry.
Okay. Let's like get a bit more personal. Tell me something about your childhood that you can't forget or you'll always remember, kind of thing.
One of the memories that stands out is, you know how we have the August holidays that are very long? I don't know, is it August holidays?
Or like the June, July, like that period.
Yeah. So my dad, because we lived with our dad for a couple of years, he would take us to Embu to our grandpa. So that was such a good, I mean, we first fought it, but whenever we got there, we were like so at home. So me and my cousins. So the one memory I remember would be like going with my other cousins from my other side of the family and taking them through like our holiday sessions. So we're not allowed to have electricity throughout the day. The electricity will be put up at night.
Like it's about you time, like you guys bond
and also go and see how those guys are, the neighbors, like make friends.
Find out who are your neighbors.
Yes, make friends, get to know them. They're very different. Don't do the things that you're doing in Nairobi, in Embu.
Come do something
So
different.
it was interesting. And then my grandpa had this thing where, now this is a shared memory we have, like how we bond remembering my grandpa. We'd walk to church. Mind you, there's a kind of like, why are we walking to church?
I mean, okay, when you say walking, you mean like what, like at least a km, at least, like not that far.
Like 2, I think.
At least, I mean,
yeah.
like,
I mean, when you're small,
so
so you have to keep that. Yeah. So he would make sure, like, the walkthrough was also like educational. Like my grandpa and my
like
grandma very
teaching stories.
Yes. And so we'd have to name all the trees and plants that we see. Like the first.
Okay, then let's test that. How many trees at least can you remember now? Like, can you give me three trees you remember?
Acacia.
No, don't give us the
Mugumo.
Okay, acacia. Mugumo.
The others were fruits.
Okay.
Pawpaw. Avocado, things that I'm sure even when you're here you'd be able to tell.
About the experience.
So so he had this reward system. As we come back from church, like the person who names
the most trees, you get like a sweet or
Dexter salt was our thing.
That's true.
Like he had a whole paper bag of chumi with Dexter salt. So I mean we lived for that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I mean, we know we're living in Nairobi. Could you tell me like a favorite Kenyan saying, or even like a metaphor in your life that you feel like resonates with you right now? Like, you know, Kimeumana, or you know, like Niko too. Just tell me something you feel like right now resonates with your life, or like 2022.
Okay, that I think I can come up with something. Utakuwa tu sawa.
Utakuwa sawa.
Yeah, you know, FOMO won't kill you. Like if you have to go somewhere or someone needs you somewhere,
you'll be okay.
You don't have to go.
Yeah.
You don't have to be somewhere. You don't have to buy something to fit in. So for me, it's like utakuwa tu sawa. Like there's no pressure.
Guys,
I'll be fine.
Utakuwa?
Utakuwa tu sawa.
We got it. I'm imagining in your industry, you're working with a lot of different people. You're saying either you're getting tailors, the people who supply with like fabrics. What has that like interactions like been for you in terms of like building your networks?
Okay, so for starters, that experience just teaches you how to be humble or to remember where you came from,
Yeah.
and also to treat everyone equally, because you'll find people from different backgrounds. So from your tailors to your suppliers, people have different stories. So that interaction for me, I mean, I live for such interactions, just knowing, okay, this is where this person is from, this is where they are, this is where they want to go. So even in between work, you get to know one another.
It's not just like, oh, I need this from you, can you give it to me?
Yes.
No, you end up getting to the person, oh, how's your
Yeah,
auntie?
there's always banter.
Yeah.
Yes, you become family. Like the tailors I have in Kibera are family.
Yeah.
We do birthdays together. We were
Really?
in a chama together. Yeah, those women are like, when people are in your life like that, you end up just
Like
also
being-
investing
and
in
being
each other.
connected.
Yes.
Okay, that's actually beautiful. I know your work is not easy. Could you tell me one of the first few lessons that you learned very early, like when you're starting your work, that you can never forget?
You can't satisfy everyone. You can't. Like, I was here trying to satisfy everyone. I mean, it's good to go over and beyond,
Yeah.
but then there are some people or there are some personalities where, I mean, we're all different.
And this comes from like client side and also like the people you work with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, you can't satisfy everyone, and that was a hard lesson, because I would always like rush and do the most and then get hurt when I'm like, it's not reciprocated, or someone's not appreciating, or you're going over and beyond, you've done a perfect thing, but perfect is relative.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was one of the lessons I learned.
Like very early in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find out what's the most surprising thing about you that many people don't really know.
Surprising thing.
Yeah. Surprising can be like normal, but when it's surprising, like just many people just don't know this about you.
I'm adventurous. I don't know if many people know that, but I love to hike. I like anything that involves just
Like
activities.
outdoors, like camping, or
Yeah.
going to the park.
Camping, maybe glamping. Maybe glamping, but
Okay.
I'll be out there exploring, not sleeping when you go out there. Yeah.
All right. I'll speak about things that actually resonate with people. What does happiness mean to you? Like, what does fulfillment and happiness mean to you?
At this very moment,
Yeah.
that would be being aligned, I feel. Aligned spiritually, physically, emotionally, just being in a place where it's grounded. You're not feeling off, and you're surrounded with love.
What has that journey been like for you? I know, like just getting. I mean, I think like no one is ever fully happy, but like I would like to know, what has that journey been like for you? If you can give me like a snippet.
For now, I'm enjoying the process,
Yeah.
because consistency is hard.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1-2 days you're fine, even a whole month, then
Then
things just
character development.
Character development is one thing. Yeah, but it's that progress and knowing that, okay, I've stumbled. Also being kind to yourself.
Yeah.
I think that's what I've learned, because I beat myself a lot. Like if I let's say I've been doing something and then I feel for just one day because maybe I'm tired, I've not gone through my routine.
But I feel like everyone does it It's at some point in their lives. Like
Yeah.
you beat yourself down a bit, but it's about reminding yourself that, hey, you're here, I got you.
Yeah, exactly now what I had to do, like being kind. I'm like, it's just one day. I mean, tomorrow I know I'll
get back.
I'll get back up.
Everyone has things that they live by. Yeah? What's the one thing that you feel to be true that maybe not everyone else necessarily believes or aligns with?
I'll just go with my mantra, which I like to go by. Just start with what you have. Not everyone believes that. Right now, people want to make it so quickly.
I wanna be this.
Yes.
I wanna go there. I wanna have this.
Yeah, or you advertise today, tomorrow you've made it with your business, whatever it is. But
Like people are selling an image that maybe is not really there.
yeah, same as what I was trying to say, just be kind to yourself, because everyone was given gifts by God, right? Whatever it is, whether you've discovered it or whether you haven't, there's something you're good at.
Yeah.
Just start with that small thing and then build up to it. Because I feel like right now, like the people I talk to always want to have like the perfect environment for them to start something. Oh, let me wait for this money. Oh, let me wait for this
when I get
person
this, then I can be like this.
Yes.
Actually, when I make it, I'll be that person. Like that's the mental they have.
Yeah, and so many people are like, we can't be like you, can't just start like that. Because I didn't start with any money. I was like, yo, this is my idea.
And you want to do it.
I want to make for you this clothes. Give me deposit. I mean, that's how you start. You don't have to have.
Now that you mentioned that one, how hard has it been as a creative? I wouldn't say chasing money, but like I would say chasing the bag. Like those small interactions, like you're saying, send me deposit. I'm sure those interactions are not as seamless as they sound. How has that experience been?
Well, initially it wasn't, because I didn't know how to go about it. But you just said, actually, if you have a PDF, if you have an e-receipt or invoice, it's so easy. You're like, we had this discussion, just make this deposit
per my
first.
last email.
Yeah, or like we had a conversation last night, or depending on where you found them. This is, let's move forward, just send the deposit. But then I'm just saying that loosely. But then it wasn't always easy to even ask, even for just the whole amount. Because, you think it's obvious. Yeah, I've made you this thing.
So do it.
Father's like, oh, okay, so I'll send for you. But then it's...
like 3 days later, like,
yeah. And it's so hard, kindly reminding you. It's the worst. But yeah, it's a journey. You also learn. But there's ways now over the years you learn how to communicate, how to move forward with like a transaction. Yeah. Because before I would use my money and not get it back. Because of course when you start, you have nothing.
Okay, let me ask you, what's your relationship with money like today?
It's not where I want it to be.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly getting from impulsive.
I'm not saying how much money you want to have. What's your relationship with it?
That's what I'm getting at. So I'm impulsive.
Impulsive?
Yes.
I mean, I think sometimes we're all like that.
Yeah. So, and this one's for, tomorrow will sort itself. Like that's how it started.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Then it's like, just treating yourself every day. It's not working out. But getting my shop last year. Yeah. So my shop has been 1 year, 2 months actually today.
Happy late anniversary.
Yeah, so today's 4th of it. Yeah,
close.
So actually 1 year.
Where's the shop by the way? Like for people who want to like find you and reach you?
So we're at Adams Minimal, shop 1B. Which is, so like 2 minutes out from Adams Arcade.
How was that process like starting? Like how do you even find the space, decide like actually this one will start my dream? How's that whole process?
This one I have to put God there because it's faith.
Yeah.
I didn't know this is how I was going to end up, but I was blindly just looking for spaces with no budget. And my mom knew this. So one day she said, oh, there's this place I want you to go see.
Just have a look.
Just have a look. And I fell in love with the place.
Like on site, you're like, you know what, it's here.
She liked it actually. She's like, you must come and see this place. So she dropped a pin. I got there and I was like, this is it. But it wasn't what I was going for budget-wise. But like I said, it's just a journey of faith.
Okay, for someone who wants to start whatever they're doing in their lives, let's say it's fashion, let's say they want to open like a business, whatever it is, what's one of the 2 things that you learned, like in terms of confidence-wise, getting into something like that? Like what do you tell someone, like, I want to start something, but I don't know where to go? Like what do you tell them?
Okay, this is something I also talked to someone about yesterday. Like first, you have to believe in yourself. Sometimes it's not easy, but like I said, you already know what you're good at. Yeah. And you know what you want to do. So align yourself with people who've gone ahead of you. And now that you have social media, it's so easy to reach someone and be like, yo, I like what you're doing.
Usually a tweet away, a post away kind of thing.
Yeah. So just having conversations. Actually, you'd be surprised. There's so many people around us. You don't even have to go like to a stranger or like online. There's so many people you can reach out to and be like, yo, this is what I want to do. How do you think, what do you think my first step should be? So just also mentors, like people who've gone ahead of you, even regardless of the industry. I feel like would be very important to have that conversation with.
Okay, we're in 2022, yeah? What is your biggest goal or dream right now? Like when you go to bed and you pray for something, what are you praying for right now?
Personally or business?
You choose.
Okay, I'll do both. So generally, and this is number one, is peace of mind. Like there's nothing as priceless as peace of mind, because if you're at peace, you're able to do other things, right? So you want peace of mind so that also when God is blessing you or you're praying for certain things, you're in a position to receive. So yeah, peace of mind. And then for me, it's to scale. My one prayer is to scale. Now
like
that I've
scale up.
started, so I don't want to stay where I'm at. I want to challenge myself and
have another shop in West T, another one in Raka, like whatever.
Yeah, or a bigger production house.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're having goals. Like I'm sure even at some point you want to have your own fashion line. You want to partner with people who are in like the business of, let's say, photography. Like people who can merge into your alignment, right?
Yes, there's a lot of moving parts. So yeah, definitely collaborations with different people. It doesn't have to be just in the fashion industry. It can be in the art scene.
Okay, tell me, like, give me like a few of your highlights of the collaborations so far that you have, had with people.
So I happen to have a cousin who is a fashion illustrator.
Okay, what exactly is that? Like when you say, like someone who draws?
Yeah, she sketches fashion, how do they
pieces,
pieces,
motifs, something like that.
So she can act. So what we did with her as a collaboration, we are still working on the collaboration, but it's more of like a collection. They're like pastel colors that are cohesive. So what she does is we discuss what kind of fabrics we want to use, and then she just goes wild with the design, but she knows my style and my aesthetics, so we merge that plus the...
And I'm sure she gives you ideas that even you didn't maybe necessarily see.
Exactly. So it's more of like, now for me the challenge is, whatever she's created with her illustration, we bring it to life.
Okay, let's now get a bit more like loose. Imagine you're in an alternate life or universe. What else would you be doing other than this? Like, if imagine the same Nicole born in another life, what else would you be doing?
Chilling.
Chilling.
No work.
For free.
Yeah.
Paid.
Yeah.
Paid by the.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah, maybe that's someone's wife, but on a serious note, let's see. What would I be doing? I haven't talked about that in a while.
Yeah, so clearly, then right now you think you're doing what you're meant to be doing.
Yes.
If you can't think of anything, then
Yeah, like I'm happy because I enjoy it. It wakes me up.
It wakes you up.
Like I'm not struggling to get out of bed all those days, but then I
enjoy.
Yes, I enjoy doing what I do. Oh, actually, there's okay, I know what I would be doing. Like I've always wanted to be like a voice in an animation.
Okay,
so maybe I would do the voice.
What's your favorite animation? Like, just think back right now. What's your favorite animation? Go.
Penguins of Madagascar. Yeah, I love Mort. That's a little weird thing.
What did you say? Status. What did you say? Kowalski.
No, Mort is the kisses to the King Julian.
Okay. Oh, the small.
Like, I find it so adorable.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm such a pushover though.
You'll be doing that. Since we're talking about like animation, is there a fictional character that you identify with, if you think about it? Like in anything you've ever watched in your whole life, do you think there's a fictional character you've ever identified with? Like if you see that, you're like, that's me.
What? No. Can I think of any? No, just for entertainment though.
Just for entertainment, yeah.
Okay.
Let's say identify with, like, you can see qualities in yourself in that character.
Does Wonder Woman work? I feel like, I know it's not like in the movie, but...
Listen, power to the women.
Yeah? Yeah, she's such a badass, so I'll go with her. What character would you be, or would you like to be?
If you were to ask me, when I was young, one character I identified with was Woody from Toy Story.
Oh, why?
Because it was one of the first characters I saw when I was young that displayed friendship.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah, well, when I say friendship, when we're young, we have such a very tight bond with things, whether it's our parents, whether it's a toy, whether it's a place or an experience. So when I saw Woody, I felt like I resonated with this character because you got a friend in me. You know the song?
Ah, yes. Oh, it's in the show as well?
It is.
Ah.
And when I saw that character, I thought, if there's one thing I would like to be, is someone who can be that for someone else or be as important.
It is so deep.
Yeah.
So deep.
Okay, let's imagine, you have all the money, all the luxuries in your life. What should you be doing with your life? You said, I know you just said chilling, but what else would you do with your life? Like, let's say you have all the facilities, do anything you want. What else would you be doing?
Traveling,
seeing the world.
Yes.
Why traveling? Everyone just says traveling. But like, why?
Because I feel like every time you go to a different place, you learn something, be it from culture, be it from maybe the art scene there. There's always something to learn, and it opens up your mind. And then when you go home or wherever you call home, you're able to maybe pass it on to others or create a business from it, because you're like, oh, this happens there, how comes it doesn't happen here? So it opens up your mind. Okay, what's the last place you feel like you are connected with? I know it can be Kilifi, it can be Vash. Like Watamu. Yeah, Why Watamu? Oh, I had such an amazing time. It's so peaceful and beautiful at the same time. It is. So I went there to unwind with some friends, and going there with someone who knows the area is perfect for such when you say area, we're talking about like the touristy things. Like he knows exactly where to be. Yeah. Like go see this guy, he's the best artisan. Yes, kind of thing. Exactly. So you find maybe what the area is known for, or how they make their money as a community. Yes. So those kind of trips really just humble you, because you're like, maybe you have other problems, but then you're like, those are not problems these days, So that opening up, for me, it was such a good 4 days. Okay, because I've been there before, but then I'd never gone to that place like that. One of my experiences along the coast still, not Watamu, but a place called Hell's Kitchen. And it is not far off from Vipingo, Watamu, like within that same... Like, Malindi.
Yeah, in Malindi, yes. And it's called Hell's Kitchen for a reason. Because, let me not lie to you, it was hot, Like, coast is hot already. No, okay, it was beautiful. No, I'm not lying. We got the best Instagram pics, I promise you. Yeah. But the heat, it is Hell's Kitchen. Yes. But one thing I learned from the community around there is some of the things that we have in Kenya are not promoted as well or supported as much. True. Because the community really depends on local tourists. True. Because, I mean, normal tourists come for like 2 days and like, oh wow, this Hell's Kitchen. But one of the messages I got from one of the tour guides who gave us that trip is that the consistency is not there. The support as a community is very, let's say, thin. And if you were to put that across the board of all the locations and attractions we have in Kenya, that is a bit lacking. And what I learned from that experience was like buy Kenya, build Kenya kind of vibe. Yeah. If this is your home, build it. True. And if we're the ones who say, oh, I love coast so much, don't go to the hotels. Just visit communities. Yes. Find out what it is about that place that makes it what it is. Sure. And that's one of the lessons I feel like I learned. Yeah, that's good. That's deep. Yeah. That's deep. Do you have any God-given or unusual talents? No. Why? I can't whistle, so that's out. You can't whistle? Like... Okay, yeah, but I can make a tune. I can't make a tune. You can make a tune, no way. Talent. God has favorites, it's fine. Yeah. Good one. Yeah, I mean, you can make like artistic and beautiful clothes, no? That's a talent. Thank you. Alright. Let's speak about like your youth here. When I say youth, I mean like youth. Tell me something about risks that you've learned from your youth. Risks. The risks that I've learned from being a youth? Yeah. That you should take the risks now. No. I mean, like, let's like exact. I mean, not exact, but just try to be a bit, broad. But, fine. I took this risk, but I learned this. Quitting my job. Though that must have been big. Yeah. So did you not push you to do it, or you just decided? By the way, I decided to do it. It was about time. Plus, how scary was it? It was very scary. Yeah. Like before I gave in the letter, I'd be like, am I really sure? Yeah. Am I really sure? So that was risky. But I was like, if I don't do it now, when will I ever do it? I don't want to do it when I'm like 40, 50 and I'm still not sure. I'd rather just do it now. Yeah. And then pursue. If
if it doesn't work out, I can try something else or go back to employment.
Okay.
So that is a risk from being a youth.
From being a youth. Okay. Now imagine you're speaking to all the youths. When I say youth, I mean like just public. You have a billboard in the best part of Nairobi. Our billboard to you. What message are you putting on that billboard? Imagine every day people are driving to work, stuck in traffic, 5 o'clock, listening to Capital FM, they're seeing that billboard. What does it say?
Start with what you have. I'll just go back to that.
Yeah.
I believe in that so deeply. Start with what you have and grow from there.
Okay.
Use what you have.
Yeah. All right. That's actually beautiful. Okay. So usually at the end of my segment or my, show, I have random questions that I get from the audiences actually.
Okay.
And I have a small bowl right here.
Yeah.
And you're allowed
Some
to
to
just
pick.
Yeah, pick.
Okay, please.
Okay. Then you can read out the question and then kindly give me your answer.
Oh. Ooh, okay, so it says, in 40 years, what will you miss the most? Living at home with my parents.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah, because I've had the best memories at home with both my parents, so that's what I know I'll miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, that laughter, catching up at the end of a long day, so I think that's what I'll miss.
Okay, do you want to pick one more?
No, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, okay, ask, I'm ready. Let's go.
What inspired you to start this segment?
The Chairman's Corner?
Yes.
Okay, do you want the straight answer or the honest answer?
The honest answer for sure.
The honest answer. This show was inspired by the interactions and the friendships I have. For the longest time, I've always felt that people resonate with me because I'm either a good listener or I'm a good friend. And I'm not just, gassing myself, but when you know your skills, I realize I'm good with people. And that's one of the things that inspired me to do the show because I knew I can easily relate and connect with people. So when I knew that was an asset to me, I thought, let me share that with as many people as I can. And one day, my story, your story, or my next guest story will be that. To be that moment for someone to see and resonate with. So I think that's actually what inspired me to do the Chairman's Corner.
Oh, nice. Yay.
Yeah.
That was nice. That's a good answer.
It's a good way to tie it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, aka Colored Sugar, thank you so much for joining the Chairman's Corner. And I'm glad that people have gotten to know a bit about you and more about what it means to take risks and to just do what you believe in.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me as well.
Always.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Good banter.
Always. Appreciate it.